One of the things we talked about in one of our earlier conversations was the idea of don't get attached. Why don't we circle back on that one more time?
It's a great thing to bring up.
Yeah,
My book is all about attachment to your career, and
yeah,
attachment in this case means you rely on your career to bring you a certain emotion, to fill a certain emotional void. It could
yeah.
be happiness, it could be validation, it could be respect, um, and there's a real danger to living your life that way.
All right, I think we kind of touched on everything from the topic agenda. I know that you host a lot of corporate events, you do a lot of professional speaking as a keynote speaker and hosting seminars and stuff. How else can people engage with you and get connected with you?
Thank you. They can email me anytime, Gina@deliberatedoing.com, and that's Gina. I always offer free coaching up front if anybody wants to see if it works for them, to see if we gel. They can get to know me and my style, so they don't have to commit to anything up front. So, one-on-one coaching, if someone's interested, please send me an email. I love speaking. I love getting in front of groups. I love professional development and teaching it to people. So again, Gina@deliberatedoing.com. Email me anytime.
Well, thank you, Gina. I think that's our agenda. Anything else from me that I've missed?
No, thank you so much. You asked phenomenal questions. I really appreciate your time and attention. And I hope your audience is going to listen to this and think about um, the way they approach their careers.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to close with this. As somebody who has had his entire dynamic calculation relationship with work change within the last year, and again, I didn't have a terrible dynamic, but it's changed. I would say that if you haven't had that experience, then it's worth investing time, energy into trying to have an analysis on how you feel about work and what you get from work, whether it be taking advantage of the resources that we talked about here at Gina's website, getting yourself set up with a coach like Gina or Gina. It's worth dedicating that time because if you haven't had that watershed moment like I have, I would say it's a very liberating and freeing experience, and I encourage you to dedicate some time and energy on that.
Very well said, Daniel. I agree with you 100%. Thank you for letting your audience know
Yeah,
that there's more to life than work and career, for
yeah.
sure.
Well, thanks, Gina, for sharing your career journey.
I miscommunicating. I just made a pilot, then they threw me on the stations. Nah, I'm not complaining. Nah, I'm not complaining. My thoughts get complicated. I cannot explain in lameness. Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries. Thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify. They put me on the station.